So what we are going to be discussed today is that it is all about tigers. So we'll discuss recent reports released by the National Tiger Conservation Authority with respect to the tigers, and we'll also see a little data points that was released by the NTCA. We'll see current affairs that was related to the tigers also. So now, before getting into the topic, what is this NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority? So yes, this National Tiger Conservation Authority is is a statutory body that was brought under the Wildlife Protection Act. Why was this NTCA needed? Because it was needed to further amplify or to increase the functioning or performance of the Project Tiger, and it also gives the statutory provision for statutory functioning for the Project Tiger. So that is how NTCA is situated. NTCA, it is headed by the Union Environment Minister, and the other members are also there to aid him, such as the Minister of State for Environment, members of Parliament are there in NTCA, and we also have the Secretary from Environment Ministry, and all these members are there headed by the Union Environment Minister to oversee the functioning of the NTCA with respect to Project Tiger and tiger conservation mechanisms in India. The NTCA has also brought something known as the Tiger Protection Force or the Tiger Protection Unit, something like a special task force in order to conserve tigers and protect tigers. So this is what the NTCA is all about, and it is headquarters in Delhi. We're moving on to the reports that were released by or that was conducted by NTCA. The first report that is up for discussion is the status of tigers, co-predators and prey report for 2022. Status of tigers, co-predators and prey report for the year 2022. So what does this report say? This report holds that around 75% of world's wild tiger population are in India, especially in the Shivaliks and Central Indian region. 75% of the world's tiger population is in India, and it also says that 35% of tiger reserves in India need immediate action or immediate attention in order to save and conserve these tigers. So this is what the report says, and it also has certain facts regarding the number of tigers in a particular state, or the number of or the tiger density in a particular tiger reserve. It also says that there are a lot of data regarding which tiger reserves or which national parks or which protected areas do not have tigers at all. All these data will be given that PDF. So yes, how did the NTCA do such a thing? How did NTCA collect data with respect to such a thing? It uses three methods basically. The first one is the M-STRPES method. M-STRPES method, in the sense, M-STRPES is a method that uses GPS. It uses GPS and remote sensing data to capture data using this remote sensing and all these things to collect data regarding tigers. So this is what the M-STRPES is all about, and the NTCA also uses something known as the scat profiling or scat DNA fingerprinting. It uses the scats of these big cats, that is the tigers, to DNA fingerprint and check which tiger is which, or which species is which species of tiger that we are going to study about. This is two things, and there is also this good old camera capture method that has been recently used in everywhere across India. So these are the three methods in which data is collected by the NTCA regarding tigers and their functionings and how they react and regarding conservation and all these stuff. So moving on to the next report, we have something known as the Management Effectiveness Evaluation, something known as the MEE. It is the Management Effectiveness Evaluation, which was incepted in India in 2006 with respect to tiger reserves. Generally, MEEs are conducted for protected areas, any protected areas for that matter, be it the national parks, be it the wildlife sanctuaries, be it tiger reserves, or anything for that matter. MEEs are conducted for protected areas, and in 2006, India is starting to use these MEE, that is Management Effectiveness Evaluation, for tiger reserves. Now, who conducts this MEE? MEE is conducted by, obviously, it is the NTCA alongside Wildlife Institute of India, WII, Wildlife Institute of India. Both of them in collaboration have been conducting this MEE. So this recent MEE that was released is the fifth cycle. Also, previously there are four cycles, and this is the fifth cycle that has been released. So what does this MEE do? It's nothing but it's just an evaluation mechanism. It's an assessment tool that has been inspired by the IUCN World Commission on Protected Areas MEE framework. So this commission called as the IUCN World Commission on Protected Areas Commission body So this has MEE framework. So our MEE framework was inspired from that organization's MEE framework, and we are using that parameters only. Not the similar parameters, but yes, they are using that particular framework only. So yes, MEEs are nothing but assessment tools to evaluate or to assess protected areas in India, and in this case, it is to assess the tiger reserves in India. How did the tiger reserves fare? Before going to that, there are 4 categories. Actually, there are 5 categories when it comes to MEE assessments. First is the excellent category, then we have the very good category, then we have the good category, then we have the fair, and at the last we have the poor category. Basically, the poor category is not mentioned in the MEE evaluation scale, but only 4 are mentioned. That is the fair, good, very good, and excellent status are being mentioned. This particular report or this particular evaluation says that around that Periyar National Park, we all know, right? Periyar Tiger Reserve in Kerala, that is one of the best, that is in fact the best maintained tiger reserves in India. There are also other tiger reserves that have to do much to improve, a lot of parameters, like a lot of improvements has been witnessed with respect to tiger reserve. All these evaluation has been done by the MEE. So this is what the MEE is all about. And yes, now we'll move on to the basic facts with respect to tigers. So tigers, we all know, tigers the national animal of India. But when did it become a national animal of India? It was not during independence, not after independence. Not in 1950s and all. It was in later periods that are almost 25 years after gaining independence only, tiger became the national animal of India. That is, after 1973, the numbers of tigers were very much dwindling at a much larger rate. So in order to handle that, people, they nominated India to be the national animal of India in order to conserve tiger population in India. Before 1973 and all, the lion was the national animal of India, and all these things happened. So the characteristic of tigers are always solitary creatures. They always live as single people, like except for reproduction and mating and all. They always live as single individuals. Especially solitary males are a common sight when it comes to tigers. So regarding the conservation status of tigers under the IUCN are tagged as endangered. Under the Wildlife Protection Act, they are protected under the Schedule 1, and CITES also protects them, gives them the Appendix 1 in order to protect them from international trade. So tiger is also a flagship species and an umbrella species. So what are these flagship species? What are these umbrella species? So flagship species are species that are selected to represent or selected to symbolize a particular ecosystem or a particular protected area, or for that matter. So tiger has been selected as a flagship species. There are a lot of other flagship species also, but one important flagship species in India is the tigers. Now, what is this umbrella species? Umbrella species, we have seen this umbrella, right? Umbrella species is something, it's a species whose protection, whose conservation can lead to the conservation of all other species within its umbrella. All other species within its umbrella, in the sense, its own prey, its own co-predators, and all these things that come under it. So by protecting one species, I can protect the next species also. For example, there is this the pygmy hog is not like an umbrella species and all. So the pygmy hog is one species. The pygmy hog has certain ticks on it. Pygmy hog ticks. These ticks, they will die if the pygmy hog is disappeared. So by protecting the pygmy hog, I am also protecting that particular ecosystem. I am also protecting that particular tick that is also endangered. So this is how the concept of umbrella species works, and the tigers are also an umbrella species. Another thing that was recently news regarding tigers was that of the black tigers. People always see black tigers as a different species, but they are not different species, but they are just a mutation of the gene TACPEP. There is this gene called as TACPEP, TAQPEQ, TACPEP. So this mutations in this gene leads to melanism, leads to rare color variants, such as the black tiger that was witnessed in Similipal Tiger Reserve, Odisha. So it's not a separate species and all, it's just a melanistic tiger, pseudo-melanistic to be exact. Yes, this is what tigers and NTCA is all about. Thank you.